We need to talk about the fact that I've met you guys before and don't remember.
We are friends.
Met a few times as friends.
We are friends.
And coworkers, but apparently before that,
that's right.
We met you as well.
We've been partying together for the last few months. More notably, Connor and I, as we do famously, love to day drink and sort of push the boundaries there.
Right.
We have a very successful ad that we did together. You got no commission on that.
Holy
but
smokes, that was successful.
What was it?
Yeah, it got
was
like 1.3 million views, and they didn't even boost it. It was for Liquid IV.
Liquid IV. And that the event that we were at Coachella with Jack Harlow was Liquid IV. And when we were doing it, I was like, how is she going to put this together? Because we were like yelling at each other 1 second. We're laying passed out for 1 second, chugging drinks for 1 second. I was like, what is this going to be?
Hissing.
Yeah.
That was a hit.
That was so good. It was just like so well done. And I like that you didn't try to film it while you were out in the desert. You came home, clammed up, and then cut it. She did her normal talking, cut in between with the Coachella pieces. Go watch it if you haven't watched it. It was really good.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much. There's the video.
Oh, hello. That was Cody in the background.
Yeah, God, I was fucked up here.
Harlow.
I was in a really dark place when I was filming the cutaways right here because I was like coming down from Coachella. I was so convinced I embarrassed myself in front of many people, which I did, but it's okay because I got my bag. But anyway, so we had a moment that neither of you remember, and this was back when you were still wearing masks, walking around outside. So this was a really long time ago. This is when you guys lived at that house on Sweetser, like across from Crossroads. Yeah, and I know that because I know that. I'm walking down the street. I'm going on my hot girl walk, and I was like, to be honest, there was like there's a chance that I see these people. They live in my neighborhood, and I was so aware that you guys had just moved over here, and it was you were with Jack and Salidar, and I was like, I was walking, and I see the two of you just coming down middle of the street, no care in the world, no mask. No, it was outside. It was outside, and I was being fastidious at the time. I yelled at you both. I said, "Common room people," and you both looked at me.
Well, I probably didn't have my glasses on, which is why I don't remember.
Okay, so you both walked to me.
We walked to
you.
Okay.
So you were there.
Okay,
you would have been able to see me. And I did something really embarrassing. I said, "Oh, yeah, we both follow each other on TikTok." I had to plug myself. You went, "Oh, okay." This was like I had maybe like 6,000 followers.
And now you passed us both with flying colors.
Yeah, like,
barely.
Congrats on 1 million, you bitch.
Thank you so much.
No,
it was revenge.
We talked about the revenge explosion. I had one of those this morning after my first coffee. We talked about being in dark places post Coachella. That 3-month period, and it had nothing. It's no reflection on Brooke or Jack. Was probably like the darkest time period in my life.
When we lived together?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nothing was open. That was like the most weight I've gained ever.
You did look fat when I met you.
Thanks. So much for that.
You didn't. You didn't. I was like nervous.
It's on video. Like I can go back and look at my videos and I'm like,
fine.
I look like just a slob.
Great.
Well, thank you.
And I do remember you were taller than I thought. And I also remember being like, she is quite petite. Like petite little Grillina. Like in a delicate, like cute way.
Thank
like
you. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Thank you for specifying that.
You're welcome.
I want to admit
small.
I want to admit something before we move on. That time period was so low for me that I did ask Brooke if I could maybe try out her self-tanner drops. I was like, maybe if I have some color on my face, like it'll make me feel better.
Yeah, and it does, doesn't it?
Like 30
I feel better when I have. Yes, and you know what? The tan slims.
If you can't tone it, tan it. And you know what you can't tone?
Depression?
I've looked it up. Depression and a jawline.
You can contour though.
Yeah, I know.
You can contour.
Guess what? You really shouldn't with Brooke's self-tanner drops.
It was. It said used 2 to 12 and Connor used 13.
Okay.
I'm darker than you.
You're olive.
Son.
No, you're
olive.
not.
You can take it. You're olive.
You are not darker than me.
I'll show you a picture of me when I've gotten.
Okay, I'll show you a picture of me.
I'll show you a picture of me.
Just in general. You want to see my headshots? I don't think I cried, but I was drinking a lot during that time. I was drooling. Okay, well, we didn't have to. Something came out of the sides of my mouth, and it took the self-tanner off both sides of my mouth to where it looked like I had a handlebar mustache. That it looked like I was like a puppet that was like hinged right here in my jaw because it was white line on both sides of my mouth, and then the darkest orange self-tanner. And people were commenting, did you like self-tan at home? I couldn't post. I couldn't post for a couple days, and then it was. I know the exact time period because it was when Driver's License came out by Olivia Rodrigo, and I couldn't even get on TikTok because that song was just all that was happening.
I love an excuse to not post for several days. The hamster wheel of content creation stays keeping me in a depression.
You are so consistent, though. I was going to ask you, like, do you just wake up every day and, like, sit down with a notepad and We really.
Yeah,
wow.
I have a like whole schedule now because I feel very much constantly chasing the dragon there, which is the validation from
for sure.
You know, it's just like
sure.
I don't feel right. I don't feel right if I'm not posting, which is so sickening.
It's so
but
sickening.
Yeah, from 11 to 2 is my time.
But that's a good chunk.
I was reading. I'm like obsessed with Judd Apatow, and I was reading his book, and I was doing his masterclass. I bought the masterclass, and
dog.
He was like, "It's a job, so treat it like a job." Block out those hours and sit down and write for hours. Like, act like it's your job.
Yeah.
It is your job.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So
on the
I'm
contrary,
working on that.
though, I tried so hard to like block out time and be like, I'm going to think of ideas. And the ideas I came up with when I was forcing myself were just like so bad.
That's such a good thing to mark because when you force it, people can tell.
Because my stuff is usually just like, oh, this just happened to me. Let me record it. So when I sat down and like thought of things, it was like, Brooke, like what
Yes, you guys are both very much yourselves, which is kind of the difference between our content. You know, you guys are the characters, Brooke and Connor. I'm not really Delaney on there so much. Like I'm doing something else.
Queen.
I think there's more of you in your characters than you think, though. Because I feel like you could hop out of that really easily. Like when you post a video like you did and it gets 1.2 million views and it's an ad because it's so organic to me. And it like plays over so much. But enough dick writing for Delaney.
That's right.
I was gonna say
so good.
we were talking when Delaney got in about like living alone, and we all three live alone.
Oh.
So like I think living alone also.
Let's all touch tips on this because
we're having
having
a lot of sexual innuendos today as metaphors.
It's me. I'm ovulating this week, so
I'm going through some. I don't know what I'm going through, but it's not good.
Yeah.
Just but from a body standpoint.
But not good or like good.
No, really bad.
Okay.
Just like really, really bad.
Like, because in the way that ovulating is like
I think I just have cramps.
Okay.
Maybe at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say.
Wait, no, I'm not going to ask that.
You can.
Why don't you just ask it?
It's important.
Ask it.
Ask it.
No, I was going to talk about ovulating.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to talk about
Why
ovulating.
don't you want to?
Tell me, so...
Good question.
Why are you scared?
No. Well,
are you scared of...
No, I feel like I have this understanding. No, I'm not scared of the female reproduction.
Can you tell me what your understanding is?
So ovulation.
Yeah.
Is that cycle with the moon and the tides?
I don't think.
Does it ebb and flow in the same way that...
It does ebb and flow.
I think for normal people, or like people, not normal people, but like people with regular cycles.
Normal people.
People with regular cycles, it's 2 weeks after like your period.
You start getting very...
You just like... that's what, is the egg descending?
It's when you're like primed for basically having sex.
To have a baby. And you're most fertile.
Yes. And so you're sort of... the way that I feel
Something's
during
happening
ovulation,
with your eggs for sure though.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel sort of... I feel incredible about myself. Like,
I don't have that.
Like skin, hair, everything. I want to go out. I'll like go to
don't have that either.
That must be like a primal thing.
Yeah, and I'll just like
I'm
follow
ready
that.
Like to get a mate because I'm so
guys.
right
by
now.
the time this episode airs, Delaney will be out on the town Thursday night, ready to.
I'll be at Cafe Stella like I am every weekend, or Tenants of the Trees. Please come.
She's gonna be leaning up against the wall in the shadows, like
right. I'm just gonna be humping a doorknob. Yeah.
Hear the primal.